Okay, the next assignment that's going to be posted in the classroom is a student-directed activity. This is a self-evaluation, and there are 10 components that we're going to grade your presentation on, and your final grade is going to be an average of my evaluation of your presentation and your evaluation of your presentation based on these 10 components. So first and foremost, once I post this, you absolutely have time to go through and look at these components and make sure your presentation covers the 10 components we're asking for. And all the components in the evaluation are built strictly off the guiding questions, how it's edited, and did you consider some of the things that we went over. Okay, so how does the evaluation, the rubric, work? Each component's worth 10 points. The grading scale at the bottom covers mastery all the way to completely missing the component. And you can see how that grading scale will work. I ask you to be fairly lenient, but also consider some of the things that I'm going to look at in your presentation as well. So it's up to you, again, student directed, to go through and tell us yes or no if you included the component, and also the slide numbers. So obviously, in the example presentation, the guitar is absolutely a product of technology and innovation, and so you would just put slide 1 and give yourself 10 points for that. Now going to the next, does it cover an aspect of life, health, athletics, entertainment, medical, recreation? Yes, it does. And then obviously this is going to be within slide 1 and 2, and you would give yourself points as we work on. Presentation included brief history of the product or system. Obviously, this is covered in slide 2 and 3 for mine. Presentation, again, included facts or a timeline, so these two are fairly similar. Okay. Component 5 is how the technology works, an explanation of the technology, an explanation of the innovation, and again, this is covered in slide 4 and 5 of my presentation. So working your way down, again, these components are all based off of the guiding questions that we've asked you to take a look at. And then the last few components, the last 4, are all about editing. Presentation has a balance of text and pictures. Obviously, in each one of these slides, the point was to have large, easy-to-read text that is concise and thorough. There's no need to add extra text. Any presentations that are too wordy, you're going to lose the attention of your audience very quickly. Designed with consistent fonts, and what that means is that each page has the same style font and the same size bold titles. Again, a very consistent presentation. The presentation images are sharp and do not interfere with the text titles. So the way that they're placed, the type, they're not pixelated, they're not fuzzy, they're not faded, and they have all been edited to work with the text and make a balanced slide. And finally, the organization of the presentation flows in a manner consistent with the guiding questions. And what that means is that you probably wouldn't introduce the product at the end of the slideshow. So you built your slideshow based off the guiding questions, and that was a very simple flow to build your presentation. Again, this is a self-directed activity. It's expected that you've covered, if you've covered it, and the slides, and give yourself a grade 0 to 10 based on how you thought you did. Make sure you total that up, include your total, and turn this in. Again, once this is signed, you have plenty of time to go through these components and edit your slideshow and make sure you're covering all these presentation components. And that's it. Good luck.